You already know the BC anything for claim makes sense. Let's talk about semen retention and why it's so vital for your mind, body, and spirit. When you don't have enough energy to get into the things that you should be into, indulging in your business, focusing on making yourself better, self-improvement. The reason why I'm not able to do that is because you're constantly masturbating and ejaculating. See, let's talk about the elephant in the room. You can still, indulge in sexual relations. The thing is, you just don't have to ejaculate. See, that's the funny thing about it. They don't tell you about semen retention. You can still have intimacy, but just not ejaculate. Because you're still withholding that masculine energy, you're still withholding that testosterone within you, and you're able to focus not on the things of this world. What happens when you masturbate is you start to become used to certain things that you see. It's kind of like being programmed. That's why you become desensitized. You ever notice they keep showing murders and stuff on TV? You start looking at a murder. You see a murder in real life. You done seen it so many times that now you become desensitized to it and you don't even care. People shoot up a school, you go, oh, another school got shot up with kids in it. Now the same thing with pornography. You start looking at stuff, you become desensitized to it. It's like when women are constantly wearing revealing clothing and they're showing their body parts all over the place. What happens with us men? We look at that, it becomes normal, and therefore it's not special anymore. There's nothing freaking about it, so we don't really care about it anymore. We kind of like another chick, got a booty hanging out. We don't really, there's nothing enticing. There's nothing special about it. That's what happens with pornography. You know what happens when there's nothing special about it? You need more. You need to indulge in more. You need to go off the rails. You need something that's going to take you from that normal capacity and get you into a whole different aspect of it. So now you're going to start getting into a plethora of things that you shouldn't be getting into because you can't please yourself. And that's what happens. That's why it's so good to be refined. That's why it's so good to not to indulge in so many things and to keep yourself grounded. That's why you don't always ejaculate when you're having sexual relations, but you still can. But you don't always ejaculate because you know what happens? The more you do something, the more it becomes normal. The more you get used to it, the more desensitized you are. So we don't want to get into that. We want to keep that mindset where you're keeping your energy. You're not being of the things of the world. You're keeping your mind, body, and spirit connected instead of always feeding into the fruit of the flesh, of tangible, flavorous things. And keeping yourself like that will stop you from looking at certain people or women in a sexual way, because you will start, you know why? It doesn't entice you anymore. It doesn't get to you anymore. It doesn't bother you. All right, man.